Welcome to our video on idioms related to money. In this video, we will explore various idioms that talk about people's financial circumstances, costs, or are based on the money metaphor. So let's get started. Our first idiom is be on the breadline. This means to live in poverty or have very little money. For example, after losing his job, he found himself on the breadline, struggling to make ends meet. Next, we have live in the lap of luxury. This idiom refers to living in great comfort and wealth. For instance, the billionaire's mansion and luxurious lifestyle meant he was living in the lap of luxury. Moving on, we have well-to-do, well-off, or well-heeled. These idioms indicate having a lot of money and living a comfortable life. For example, she comes from a well-to-do family, and her parents have provided her with every comfort. Another interesting idiom is spend money like water. This means to spend money excessively or without restraint. For instance, during the vacation, they spent money like water on fine dining and entertainment. Next, we have tighten your belt. This idiom means to reduce spending or live more frugally. For example, after the unexpected expenses, they had to tighten their belts and cut back on non-essential spending. Now let's talk about make a killing. This idiom refers to making a large profit, often in a short period. For instance, he made a killing in the stock market by investing in the right companies at the right time. Moving on, we have be a money spinner. This refers to something that generates a lot of profit or income. For example, the new product turned out to be a real money spinner for the company. Next, we have pay through the nose. This means to pay an unusually high price for something. For instance, I had to pay through the nose for the last-minute flight tickets. Now let's talk about be a ripoff. This refers to something that is overpriced or not worth the cost. For example, the expensive designer handbag turned out to be a ripoff. It fell apart after just a few weeks. Moving on, we have a small fortune, cost a small fortune, make a small fortune, and lose a small fortune. These idioms refer to a significant amount of money, either gained, spent, made, or lost. For example, buying a luxury car can cost a small fortune, but if you sell it later, you might make a small fortune back. Next, we have pick up the tab or pick up the bill. This means to pay for something, usually a meal or a drink. For instance, since it was his birthday, he decided to pick up the tab for dinner. Now let's talk about at a considerable price. This means sacrificing a lot or doing something unpleasant in order to get something. For example, he managed to rise to the top of his profession, but it was at a considerable price. Moving on, we have put paid to. This idiom means to put an end to something or prevent it from happening. For instance, the unexpected storm put paid to their plans for a beach picnic. Lastly, we have pay the price for. This means to experience negative consequences as a result of one's actions. For example, he cheated on his exams and had to pay the price when he was caught and faced disciplinary action. That concludes our video on idioms related to money. We hope you found it informative and enjoyable. Thank you for watching.